Hey guys, it's Jen with JCT Rustic Homestead. These are our chicks. We got them on a Tuesday at about 2 weeks old, and today's Saturday, and I have some sad news. And I feel the need to post it just because this is part of farm life. But if you are watching with a small kid or squeamish, I do have a dead chick, and I'm going to show it to you. So just be aware that, like I said, it's just part of farming. This is our dead chick. Not quite sure what happened to it. It is one of the ones that had the pasty butt issue. There were two that we were getting pretty concerned about, but I need to see if it's one of the two scraggly ones or if it's a completely different one. It looks a little bigger than one of the scraggly ones. But it did have that pasty butt issue. We thought we had gotten them out of the weather, but not so. So if we get them up and going, I don't want to disturb them too much because Dad was just in here. But it is a part of farming, and it's sad, but we kind of figured we'd lose a couple, so the fact that we still have 31 out of 32, I'm pretty pleased with. I think Dad is, but he was pretty sad that he found one this morning. It's not fun finding a dead animal, but even after all his years with livestock and animals and having to make those hard decisions and stuff and having animals for production, not just pets, you know, he was still pretty sad. But he's been a diabetic for over 50 years, so that's why I've been helping him de-poop butts and checking this little guy to see if he was one of our weak ones or if he was a healthy one that just kind of went kaput for some reason. But we're guessing that it was probably that butt issue that we probably just didn't get him in time. There were a couple that had really, really crusted up butts, like probably about 1 to 2 centimeters worth of poop on their butts, just because they're in a store, and this is do not take this out on store owners or anything. This is not the purpose, but the employees aren't meant to watch their butts all the time. And from what I'm reading, you know, this is just what happens with mass-produced chicks. You know, they get shipped everywhere. They just have a really stressful life, and that's just kind of what happens. We do have, my future in-laws said that their 2 chicks that they hatched this winter never had that, and they have had a few poopy butts from, or pasty butts, however you want to call it, from store-bought chicks, but their 2 home-hatched eggs are absolutely fine and healthy, and they're growing. So I'm going to go through, and once these guys are starting to, now that they're starting to wake up a little bit. Oh, one just like went after my camera tail, like little strap thingy, because it's hanging from the way my camera looks. But see, they're getting more inquisitive, they're getting more personalities and stuff, so that's kind of exciting. They're also getting more adult feathers, and which is super cool to see how the barring's starting to work. I don't know if you can see that on that chick there. Oh, he's gonna run away now. But you can kind of see how the barring's starting to go on some of the chicks. And what's really funny is I was noting the ISA Browns, like that one, its little feathers go like halfway down its back. But if you look at that one, its feathers go all the way to its butt. And I don't really know why that is. But if you know a reason, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know if it's just the way the adult feathers are growing, or if there's the reason why some of them have shorter feathers and longer feathers and stuff. Like there's another shorter feathered one. Of course now she's not gonna. And this little dude just took my camera string and jerked my camera. The other thing, which I'm not gonna promote, but it's really funny. Dad has this laser thermometer, and if I can find it, I'll grab it. So he has this laser thermometer. We have things everywhere. And they used it like with the hogs and stuff, but you point it, if I knew how to work it, I don't know, how do you turn it on? I don't know how you work it, but, oh, maybe, oh, there we go. So it points a laser, and then you can see what the temperature is. You don't want to hold it on anything for long because it is a type of laser. But see how that registered 95.7? So that's how we know the temperature under the heat lamp. We don't have a thermometer in there with them. And we do need to start raising the heat lamp so they get more acclimated to the weather. But, like, if you point it, they start chasing it. It's hysterical. And like I said, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't chase chickens. But it's pretty funny. See? And I can't help it. Dad just accidentally did that. And so it's kind of entertaining. I'm learning that chicks are more entertaining than we thought. We cleaned their little house yesterday. It almost needs cleaned again. It's getting pretty filthy already. So... And in the new shavings, they were so excited. They were out scratching around. Dad got a kick out of that. And I think I got a video on my phone. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to... See, this one thinks that it needs to, like, peck me or something. But if I'm going to add that to the YouTube, because I, of course, did it vertically and not horizontally, so it would look a little weird. But stay updated on the Facebook page. If you want, like, more frequent updates. I've been posting about daily on these guys just because they're so funny, and some of my coworkers just find it hysterical that we got chickens and stuff, and it is. But like I said, I wanted to show you guys our kind of sad news just because it's part of farming. It's just the way things are. You can't save them all, and it's not necessarily, well, it is kind of, it's not exactly from neglect, but it's just part of life, part of livestock and raising things and everything. And it is sad, but you know, we got 31 chickens, so we're okay. I told Dad to get 4 and he came home with 32, so I think we're doing okay. We did end up raising the feeder because they were filling it full of shavings and I was getting tired of cleaning them out. We put the feeder on a 2-inch block and the water on a 1-inch block, and we need to fill that water and clean it out. The water does have some electrolytes and probiotics in it. It was a recommendation from the store. We filled this thing, I don't know how many, it might be like a 1 gallon. I got a chick on there, so I can't rotate it very quickly to look. 10-pound hanging feeder. We have it sitting on the floor. But since Tuesday, they've eaten this much, which is pretty good to me. We talked about getting some grit for them because they're kind of pecking around like they want some grit and rolling around like they could use some. So I might go down and find some sand or go to the store and get some. I haven't quite decided how much I want to spend. And we also talked pretty soon. They're just about outgrowing this tank. So pretty soon we're going to need to put them in like an enclosed area. Like, we have a building, I think it's about 10 by 10 here that they're in on the farm, on my family farm. But I don't think they need the whole room, especially since they're still so little. I don't want my dad opening the door and then all these chicks flying out. So there's one drinking. But so we talked about partitioning off a section so that they get more room to run around, but not like the whole thing just yet. And then it'll be a more enclosed area for the ones that still are a little questionable or whatever, and make sure that they're with their flock. So if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. We will eventually be having fresh eggs because we have 32 pullets, supposedly. And they produce a lot of eggs. Apparently, Dad got high-producing chickens because they wanted eggs. Well, now we got them. So, check out the blog if you're interested in more different kinds of stories, jctrustichomestead.com. Our other videos, subscribe to the channel if you want. That would really appreciate that. We also have the Facebook page and an Etsy store. So thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Bye. So we gave them a larger area. They were pretty upset for a while with all them moving around, but they like going around and scratching and kicking up shavings, and they've been pecking around and pecking walls, and some of these guys finally found the heat lamp. I think they're pretty happy with that. But otherwise they're having fun running around. And it's kind of funny. And there's some chicken butts. See there? And they've been getting like more, not really aggressive, but just less timid. You know, they'll come up to you and kind of peck at your hand or whatever. And so I'm not gonna like jerk away and make them think that when they peck that I'm gonna go away. I'm just gonna leave my hand there because right now it doesn't hurt. There's just like a poke or something, but this little girl's close. What'd you shake? So, and once again, see how her feathers go all the way back to her butt? I just don't understand why some are like that, and then others are like this girl that they only go part way back. But now you can see them a little more. This is one of our runts. I think we lost the other one. I gotta check this one's butt. It's not moving around too good, and it's just not looking as happy as the other ones. But this one, are you the one that keeps bothering me? I need to figure out which one it is that keeps coming up to me. Oh, one almost flew into me. So they're pretty happy. We got their food back. We got to put it back on blocks because they're already getting a ton of shavings in it. And then we got to get their water refilled. So yeah, they're just hanging out.